Is the OnePlus Open Apex Edition a scam? And the clear answer to that is no. I've had a lot of comments. There's been a lot of people, some negative criticism and backlash about this phone because OnePlus decided to re-release the OnePlus Open about a year later, actually about 9, 10 months later, and it gave us a couple different upgrades here. The one most significant one is the 1 terabyte of storage. So the regular OnePlus Open 512 gigabytes of storage, and of course there's been a price drop associated with that as well, which you can pick it up for $13.99 on the OnePlus website. And of course they still do the trade in any phone, any condition for $100, so you can save a little bit of money there. But the Apex Edition rocks in at $18.99. Of course, you can still do the trade-in, any phone, any condition. You can get it for $17.99. But there's been a lot of folks, I've seen two arguments. One saying it's a ripoff, it's a scam, because I think maybe people thought it was a new phone, when in reality it's not a new phone. It's just kind of a bit of a refresh, which we've seen from other manufacturers before. If you remember, Samsung used to put out a special edition color. It would come out a couple months later. They'd have a Best Buy exclusive color, or even the iPhone would come out with, like, let's say a product red, kind of a mid-cycle thing to re-energize, refresh, and get some fresh eyes and interest into the phone. Well, this one, $18.99. There was a good deal when you could pre-order it still, where you could get like $300 off, which made it a pretty good deal. Well, $18.99, almost a year later, is it really worth it? Well, if you wanted to get a OnePlus Open and you've waited all this time and you're not necessarily into buying them whenever they first come out, then it could be something worth picking up, especially because the OnePlus Open 2 likely won't be out until this spring. And here's the other thing. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, it's just a rebranded version of the Oppo Find N3, their Apex Edition phone. And well, you would be correct, because ta-da, the original OnePlus Open is also based on the Oppo Find N3. So if you don't know this, OnePlus falls under the Oppo brand. So we're waiting on the new Oppo Find N3 to come out. They don't necessarily make one of those every year. And then we'll get the rehashed version for the United States, which will fall under the OnePlus brand. So OnePlus is not making their own phone. I don't know how people didn't pick up on this or didn't know about this previously, because the OnePlus Open came out at the end of last year, and it's a rebranded Oppo Find N3. So OnePlus was its own brand for a little while, and they specifically, their main market is here in the United States, also in India, and that's kind of the two big places. That's why if you've seen the launch event might happen to take place in India, well, that's why they cater to the audience there and here in the United States, not necessarily the Oppo brand. So this is not something that's out of the ordinary. We've seen this with other brands before. So it's not like anyone's trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. And I didn't really address it in my last video because I thought we covered that with the OnePlus Open when it came out last year. It is a OnePlus version of the Find N3, which is why if you get the stylus, because there's a stylus that you can get with the Oppo Find N3, it'll work with the OnePlus Open. Why? Because it's the same phone. And it was just mind-boggling and perplexing to me that OnePlus didn't go ahead and come out with the stylus here in the States, because I feel like if you have a foldable phone, all this big screen real estate, and it's got a massive screen on the inside, you should have a stylus to use with it. It just makes sense to me for multitasking, for convenience. It's basically like tablet when it's open, phone when it's closed. And that's what I like about it. That's one of the reasons why I stand by my Z Folds, because I really appreciate having the S Pen. So the two arguments for this are, oh my gosh, it's just a an Oppo Find N3. Yeah, that's true. And it's been that way for the last year. I don't know why this is a new thing. And then two, it's not a new phone, and it is expensive, $18.99, but you get 1 terabyte of storage, which if you care about 1 terabyte of storage, especially in a phone that doesn't have expandable storage, you can't put an SD card in here, that's cool. Plus this color is amazing. I absolutely love it. I took the case off of it, and you can see it's got this vegan leather on here, this nice soft touch. It looks classy, really makes the OnePlus logo stand out. This is a beautiful phone, probably the best looking foldable phone that you can get out there on the market. Also, it has a new security chip in it. And I talked about this in my review video I put out a few days ago. So the alert switch over here, the slider, if you slide it all the way up, it gives you a little graphic. It puts it in VIP mode. So this isn't just a software thing. There's an actual security chip in here. And what it does is it shuts off the access to the microphone, shuts off the access to the cameras, and it significantly limits the amount of tracking that can be done by the different software or different whatever powers that be that track things for marketing purposes. It's why you pick up the ads. That's why you go into an IKEA store, or you talk about IKEA, which I don't know if this is true or not, but sometimes, conveniently you talk about something and magically later on it shows up on your feed or shows up in an ad on your phone. There's stuff that gets tracked on your phone by whoever, wherever, and well, yeah, things magically pop up and it's like, oh, hey, would you like to go buy this now? So that's a neat thing. It's not new to this phone. It debuted, I think, in maybe the Oppo Find X7 and Find X7 Ultra. And I think it's a cool thing. I really would like to see this in more phones because I don't like my stuff tracked. And if you care about big brother, little brother, whoever you think is monitoring your data, your voice, your cameras, and things like that, shuts off the access. So that's something cool. I really like that. So it's not a new phone. And in fact, it even has a year less on the software and software support and security patches. If you notice, whenever the OnePlus Open came out, it had 4 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches. This one has 3 years of operating system updates, 4 years of security patches. Why is that? Because the phone's a year old now. Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, 16 gigs of RAM, terabyte of storage, 120 hertz refresh rate on the screen. It is a beautiful phone, and a lot of people called the OnePlus Open the best foldable phone you can get in the States. A lot of people think it's better than the Pixel Fold. I mean, I think that's pretty agreeable there. And a lot of people think it's better than the Samsung phone. Of course, we have the bigger front screen on here. We have the really nice, less diminished crease on the inside of the phone. Big front screen experience, very fluid, very fast. And then you've got, I think, probably the better telephoto. In some instances, it takes better pictures than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold series phones. So yeah, if you want to get one a year later, that's your prerogative. Go for it. Nobody's trying to, well, maybe some people are trying to sell you stuff. I don't have a store attached to my YouTube channel where I try and push people to buy my phones and then call other people out on stuff. That could be, a veiled thing there. But anyway, yeah, when you take a look at this phone, it's not new. I mean, it's brand new. It just came out, but it is still based on the OnePlus Open last year. Just some slight changes here. That security chip, the new VIP mode, and the 1 terabyte of storage. Of course, this new color as well. And then if you're new to the party or not, it has fast charging, super fast charging, 67 watt, which is the fastest and is foldable here in the United States. And I think it's a good phone. So if you're in the market for one, if you like this, go ahead and buy it. It's very limited. There's not a whole lot of them. There's not a whole lot of these things being made. That's probably why the price is higher on them. They had to make these specifically with all the OnePlus branding and put them here in the United States and all that stuff. So probably still it's a better bet if you want to get a OnePlus Open. And the OnePlus Open at $13.99, that's a pretty good deal because a lot of people don't care about the AI stuff. And OnePlus has a couple AI things in here, like their own version of Magic Eraser and stuff like that, which is fine, but it's very minimal in the AI department. It's not a big emphasis for them. Probably it will be as we move into 2025 next year, which is just crazy saying that, 2024. But yeah, good phone, excellent performance, super fast, and a lot of people love this phone. So I wanted to talk about that because there was a lot of negative comments like, oh my gosh, it's just a rebranded Find N3. Well, yeah, it was with the OnePlus Open last year. That's just what you get. OnePlus is part of Oppo. They make the same phones. This one just has Oxygen OS instead of Color OS. I mean, there's not a big distinction there. So overall, I like it. I think it's beautiful. I think if you're in the market and you want one, then go for it. Spend your money however you want. Do whatever makes you happy. But of course, yes, you can still get the regular OnePlus Open 512 storage. You can get it several $100s cheaper, but you don't get this cool color. You don't have the special Apex Edition. You don't have the VIP mode and that stuff. So just some food for thought there. Beautiful phone. I didn't color coordinate on purpose. Actually, this is more like a color or a coral or a salmon color shirt. But yeah, beautiful phone, great stuff. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully it provides some clarification. But no, it's not a scam. It's not a ripoff. It's not someone trying to pull the wool over your eyes. It's the same as the OnePlus Open last year with just a few different things. And it's based on the Oppo Find N3. So now that we got the air cleared, now that we got all that color, all that stuff's cleared up, you don't need to worry about it anymore. And it's a great phone. The OnePlus Open was a great phone. The Apex Edition with its slight enhancements, it's still an amazing phone. So that's all I got in this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, conspiracy theories, thoughts, all those things, of course, go to the comments section. We can talk about it there. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.